All right, let's talk about Bill Maher. Bill Maher says Tokyo Olympics are out. Woking the Oscars, proving cancel culture is an insanity that is swallowing up the world. Have you guys seen that video? What he said?
Right-wing
you get a chance to see it?
Wonderful.
Absolutely sick.
Wonderful.
Absolutely sick. By the way, Bill Maher today has replaced what Jon Stewart was doing 10 years ago. Okay? Do you guys remember when Jon Stewart brought Nancy Pelosi and called her out on everything? And she's like, you can't say that. You just cannot say what you just said right there. So it didn't matter if it was left, right, middle. We need people like Bill Maher. So Bill Maher, again, another one of these videos that went viral. Please don't make the Olympics into the Oscars, Bill Maher says. Last April, as he reminded the audience, he said the theme of the year's Oscars show was, we dare you to be entertained. Its producers, he griped, seemed determined not to let the audience forget for a moment the injustices and deficiencies, the human condition. The Tokyo Summer Games, in Maher's view, have outdone Hollywood. He reeled off a series of instances where officials and creative staffers faced consequences over decade-old behavior. In one case, the opening ceremony musical director was ousted over a 1994 interview in which he admitted to bullying fellow students when he was a child in school. He also ridiculed media coverage of surfing becoming an Olympic sport in Tokyo. The Associated Press wrote that having surfing in the games exacerbates cultural appropriation with racial indignities. That's because non-Hawaiians have popularized and mainstreamed the sport with deep spiritual and communal meaning for its original participant. The article's headline described the competition as a whitewash event. As to charges that he stands means, he has moved farther to the political right, a place on the spectrum, giving to reflexively denouncing cancel culture. Maher said, my politics have not changed, but I am reacting to politics that have. Powerful story by The Deadline.
It was a great video to watch, Patrick. It was.
I thought so as well.
I mean, he was so spot on so many things, and to talk about going back when someone was 6 years old and something they did as a kid, and that's a reason to terminate them today. That's just absolutely absurd. But they get away with it. When is this cancel culture going to stop? When is this whole thing going to? When are people going to stand up and say enough of this bullshit and just stop?
Why do you think it's creating so much momentum, though? Why momentum, though? That's the part. You know what cancel culture to me is? Here's what cancel culture to me is. The only person that can do cancel culture is a person who can walk on water. That is the only person that has a moral authority.
It's a witch hunt, man.
I don't know if you got what I just said when I'm saying this.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So if you walk on water, you listen. You have all the right. I'm sorry.
May he you're right.
I can't walk on water, buddy. If you can walk on water, try to cancel us.
Well, what I want more than anything else is for them to admit that they're watching our podcast, because that entire dialogue is what we talked about on Thursday. You asked us, why are we not watching the Olympics? I said it's just not fun anymore. Yeah. The woke Olympics aren't fun at all. And then we turned around and we talked about the look, everybody thinks we're right wing, we're this, we're that. We're dead in the middle, man. The culture's gone so far left so fast. So when Bill Maher is saying that I haven't gone right, he's coming to the same realization that the rest of us have came and be like, man, have I gone right? Am I thinking about? No, I'm here. Yeah. I've been here. The culture's sprinting left. So if they're to the left of frickin' Trotsky now, everybody's going to seem to the right of them. Even Michael Rappaport, one of the most annoying people on earth. This dude goes from, on Tuesday, talking about get your vaccine or you're a jerk, and then he's crying on TikTok 2 days later like, so let me get this straight. I can still get rid of I can still give people the virus if I get rid of the vaccine. I'm a super spreader now. I'm like, come on, man. This guy, they're having existential crises here because they're trying to fit in with this woke cult. They want to fit in with these elites, but the elites are bullshitting
because they're worried about the ramifications if they don't. And that's the thing, is that they'll be canceled out if they don't. So everybody's treading so lightly. This is supposed to be the idealism of inclusivity, right? Oh, we want to include. We don't want you, except if you disagree with them, because as soon as you disagree with them, so long as you agree with them, then they want to include you.
That's a good point.
Guy sent a tweet, and he said to me, cancel culture. By the way, you guys know the porn star we talked about? She messaged me.
Really?
Very upset. She was happy with you, though. She liked you a lot, but she was upset with the rest of us.
Say what's up.
And say what's up.
Say what's
up.
No,
she said good things about you.
I got a friend, Adam, that'll buy you some White Claws.
No. He, not a fan of anybody else, but he was a fan of this. So this one guy responds to me and says, have you noticed your view numbers on this are being censored? Meaning my whole idea about Trump and Obama, this guy's saying, have you noticed the views on this have been censored? Meaning you're not getting views. Listen, the only thing that I see is the suggestion side, which you see. Yeah, if the audience wants to get this message out there, they can get the message out there. Here's what I said to the guy. I said, I don't believe the right message can be censored long term. Common sense can't be censored. truth can't be censored. Temporarily, yes. Permanently, no way in the world.
Mario said that.
No way in the world.
But Mario said that, and he said that to us in a group text, and it was a good point that he says the truth always comes out. My fear, my anxiety, and my trepidation, I agree, the truth always does come out, but it doesn't always come out in your generation. It doesn't always come out in your lifetime. I don't want to live knowing that I was lied to and die knowing that the wrong people maintained control.
You know what's a flag carrier? You know what a flag carrier is? What's a flag carrier to you? The definition of a flag carrier.
Don't know.
What's a flag carrier? When you think about
somebody that takes your message and runs with it into the wild and delivers it.
So flag carriers, this is going to sound a little weird, and it's not going to turn anybody on. So brace for impact. This is not going to be that exciting, but it's going to hopefully make some sense to what you're saying here right now, what you're asking about here right now. Some of us in life are flag carriers. Some of us in life are the byproduct of a flag carrier. I am a byproduct of my dad and my mom sacrificing everything they had, including their marriage, everything they knew, the language they spoke, the places they ate. They became the flag carriers to bring their kids to U.S., and my dreams became a reality. One of the best lines that lady said on Fox and Friend, she said, here's a man who's born in Iran, but he's made in America.
That was a great line.
Awesome.
Yeah, Kai's like, that's got to be a book one day. Born in Iran, made in America, right? Okay, my dad. But my dad, no one's going to know my dad except for me telling the world about my dad. My dad was a cashier at a 99-cent store. He's a flag carrier. Because of him, I work my ass off to make sure he, for the rest of his life, can say, that's my son. And the reason why he's got the life is because I carry the flag to allow him to have the life that he has, right?
Gabriel's the man, too.
Sometimes, he loves you, brother. He loves both of you guys. Sometimes we forget that we don't know what role we're playing in life, okay? Sometimes you're not the one that's going to be the next president. Sometimes you're not the one that's going to be the next billionaire, the next innovator, the next governor, the next senator. Sometimes you may play the role of a flag carrier. Sometimes you may be playing the role of a flag carrier in an era that other people don't have the courage to stand up and say, here's what we're going to be doing. But you're helping the next generation win. Nobody wants that job. Who the hell wants that job? Who wants to be the veteran that goes to war in defense for freedom for other people in the back that are going to spit him in the face when he lands in the airport, comes back and saying, who the hell are you to go to war? And you're like, do you realize how many of my friends I just lost? Who the hell wants to be that person that's not going to be appreciated by most people, and then you lost two of your friends and your life's on the line? What is a big deal about that? That's a flag carrier. We have to go back to recognizing these flag carriers that have given us the opportunity to live the life that we live today. George Washington, flag carrier. Lincoln, flag carrier. MLK, flag carrier. John F. K., JFK, flag carrier. These are flag carriers. They carried the flag for us to have a better life. I think, the idea of not wanting to be a flag carrier is the fact that some of us are not going to lose, are going to lose some of our opportunities, having our dreams become a reality. I want my kids to have the opportunity to live the life they want to live. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.